First and foremost, before we get started, I like to give all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rekah Kwadash, and the ourselves great millstone, while unto his truth, and also to those elect that are scattered abroad. I like to say, Shalom, and come back here today with another great, powerful lesson to the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. And the type D lesson is current events. So I like to say Shalom to all our listeners. Hope this will help you today and guide you back in the path of righteousness and back to your true power, which in fact is Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. So I have a news article here by Aqua Weather. And it reads, it said, dozens of tornadoes likely until Tuesday night as week-long severe weather threats kicks off. So we've been seeing a lot of what strange weather pattern throughout the United States. You know, all these different states are constantly getting what tornadoes, thunderstorm, hailstorm, flooding, strong winds. A lot of things are constantly picking up. So we seeing right here, it's every week, it's another storm, this storm, that storm. And one thing about it, we seeing that they're increasing, is that all these different events are constantly happening. We already know that what the Lord is visiting the earth that he created, and these things going to constantly increase. So let's read just a little of this right quick. We don't read too much. It says here, it said more severe weather looms as an energetic pattern in the upper levels of the atmosphere leads to numerous rounds of rain and thunderstorm across the nation this week as energy emerges from the west into the front range and clashes with humid air spilling northward out of the Gulf of Mexico. Said robust thunderstorm activity will blossom across the plains during the first half of this week. So he's telling you right now what to look for. But one thing about it, that's the Lord is in perfect control. The Lord said he will constantly bring all these different plagues, these different calamities, these different catastrophes across the world. Because one thing about it, we're getting very close to the end time. We're getting very close to our salvation. We seeing that everything is constantly lining up left and right. Also, China is constantly preparing for war with Taiwan, getting ready to invade Taiwan. It's still a lot of speculation. It's been looming in the news. Also these different tornadoes, across different states in America, right here in Babylon the Great. So we seeing a lot of devastation, a lot of destruction, and also we know that the body count is constantly picking up. So we seeing that these plagues are not slacking down; they're on every side. So we're gonna constantly see these type of storms each and every day. So you cannot tell if it's summer, is it springtime, or is it going back to winter. It's all strange, but that's through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. The Lord is bringing forth this judgment. The Lord is bringing forth all these different events, global events around the world. And also we know we're coming upon Jacob's trouble, a time of trouble that we've never seen before. And also in the news, Elon Musk has been approved with the Neuralink for another patient, trying to say it in a way whereby, another patient can receive this device. I put it like that. So we don't want to talk too much on it, but you understand what I'm saying. So he's been approved for another patient to take that procedure. If you understand what I'm saying. So we seeing that these things are constantly picking up left and right. Amen. The Lord is constantly making it happen. In the middle of the Lord, we're constantly warning you left and right. These things are constantly increasing. A lot of people right now, are barbecuing, laid back in their leaves. This Memorial Day. We're not giving a damn about Memorial Day. We want to constantly do the will of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. So let's go here to this one right here. I got another one. Let's go here. It's this one right here. I ain't gonna talk on it too much. It says here, it said the pandemic agreement talks end without a deal. So I'm not going to open it up, but you understand what I'm saying. It's going into the WHO. So they did not come to a agreement on this total control. You understand what I'm saying? So we seeing that these things are constantly picking up left and right, man. We seeing it right here. The Lord is constantly throwing a monkey wrench in his program. He will not be able to perform his enterprise. We know that he's in the fullness of his sufficiency right now. We know that he's on warp speed right now. We already know that we are getting ready to go transition into this digital society, the fourth industrial revolution. So we seeing that this new technology is getting ready to come into place. So they still hasn't came up with no type of deal. Let's read just a little bit of it, and we won't read too much. It said negotiations of a landmark global agreement on how handling future pandemic ended Friday without a deal. Said though countries said they wanted to keep pushing for an accord. So we already know that though, that if it, Lord is causing all this division, if the nation is divided, it cannot stand. And also, if Satan casts out Satan, it cannot withstand. So we see that what's happening left and right, Egyptian against Egyptian. The Lord is a master chess player. So we seeing these things are constantly lining up. He will not be able to perform his enterprise. So we know that we're very close. Pandemic agreement talks ends without a deal. So one thing about it ain't gonna be no deal. What the deal is coming is the kingdom of heaven that dwells in righteousness. So one thing about it, we know that these heathens are raging, but one thing about it, they imagine a vain thing, something that is not profitable, or no value. And one thing about it, the Lord is turning things around. The Lord is setting everything back into order. So let's go here. Let's get a little bit on this Taiwan. Yeah, I have one video on this right quick. Let's go here. Then we get a preset and we'll close out. Let's go here to this video.
War games in the Taiwan Strait have taken a dangerous new turn. China says it's testing its ability to seize power, preparing for a possible future confrontation with Taiwan, which China regards as a breakaway province, and has vowed to unify with the mainland. The island's new president, Lai Ching-te, was inaugurated on Monday. China's furious about his speech and is punishing Taiwan.
完全合理合法。
As soon as the Taiwan region's leader took office, he grossly challenged the One China principle, blatantly touted the two states fallacy, and attempted to seek Taiwan independence by force and by relying on external forces, pushing Taiwanese compatriots towards the danger of war. This is totally an act of playing with fire, and those who play with fire will end up getting burned.
必自焚。
China's military released this chilling computer animation, a warning of what it could do. With the largest navy in the world, rockets rain down on Taiwan. We see the island surrounded on every side until it is taken. Taiwan has scrambled its military in response. In a statement posted on X, its Ministry of Defense said, "Peace is priceless. There are no winners in wars. Regional stability is the universal goal, and we will continue to protect our beautiful homeland." But Taiwan is on the back foot. Its large, powerful neighbor is flexing its muscle.
China is using this military operation, this most high-profile of policy instruments, to register that Beijing is not welcoming towards the Taiwan's new government, and that Beijing still want to show that China, not Taiwan, is in the driver's seat.
Not a shot has been fired. These are, after all, military drills. But both sides appear to be preparing for the real thing. Nicole Johnston, Sky News, Beijing.
So we're seeing that, all these nations are preparing for war. Rumors of wars are all over the place. And one thing about it, the Lord is causing all these things to happen simultaneously, like a domino effect. And we're very excited because we're knowing that we're at the end of this nightmare. And also we know that what the Lord is getting ready to return, the great and glorious return of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. It is fast approach. That's why you're seeing all these events constantly happening left and right, while a lot of people are relaxing in their leaves. The Lord is constantly making it happen. And also we knowing that the devil is getting ready to strike. But when the devil strike, the Lord is getting ready to strike right back. And one thing about it, put your total trust in Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. So we already knowing if China goes into Taiwan, we already know that America will get involved. Also, we know that Russia will get involved. We know it will be officially World War III. We already know that we seeing the war drums are beating left and right, man. We are here, man. We are at the door. The end is being manifested. So let's start right here. I start today's lesson, a quick lesson through the Spirit. And we'll get started here in Amos chapter 3 and verse 6. He said, "Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid. Shall there be evil in a city, and the Lord has not done it? So that's what we're seeing right now. The Lord is causing these things to constantly happen. The Lord is filling the earth that he created. That's why we constantly seeing these different events left and right, all sorts of calamities and catastrophes constantly picking up left and right. The plagues are not slacking down for a moment. The Lord said he will bring what? The famine in the land. The Lord said he will bring what? Plagues and what? Pestilence. You know what I'm saying? Also, the Lord said he will bring what? Death and destruction, the beginning of sorrow. We are very close. We're very excited. So let's read this once again. Amos chapter 3 and verse 6 said, shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the Lord in the city, and the people not be afraid? It says, shall there be evil in a city, and the Lord has not done it? So the Lord is causing these things all to happen through the spirit and the power of Yahweh. The eyes of the Most High, the UFOs, you know what I'm saying? You know, the angels, you know what I'm saying? They constantly, you know, beholding the good and the evil. And the Lord is causing these things to constantly pick up left and right. You know, prophecies is constantly what? Popping right now. You know, it is high time to what? To prophesy. And also it's high time to wake out of sleep. Our salvation is at the door. So now let's go here to second area. Just a very quick lesson. Let's see, it's here, second area, chapter 16, and we'll start up at verse, I think it's around verse 17. Let's go here right quick. I start up here at verse, I start at verse 17. It said, woe is me, who will deliver me, Salakia. Let me slow it down. Second area, chapter 16, and verse 17 said, woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? And not about what day, you know what I'm saying? That time of trouble that we have never seen before. Jacob's trouble, the hour of temptation. We know that the MOTB is here. We already know that these lying wonders, this technology, all these things is already set into motion. You know, it's going to be dealing with your what? Biometrics, you know what I'm saying? Dealing with what these digital IDs. And also we seeing that rumors of war is all over the place. You know what I'm saying? Everyone is preparing for war. And one thing about the Lord is constantly what? Moving the chess pieces around. Woe is going into what? Destruction. You know what I'm saying? What the second woe has passed, but the third woe come quickly. You know what I'm saying? That's what's beginning. We beginning to see this coming what? Full circle. You know what I'm saying? The Lord is making it happen. Verse 18, it said, the beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the powers shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. And what shall I do when these evils shall come? And what shall you do? And one thing about it, if the Lord is not dealing with you, and the Lord, if you're not part of the elect, you will be totally destroyed. When the men of the Lord, we constantly warn you about this, what? We're warning you about famine. We're warning you about what? Great death. We're warning you about what all these different wars that's getting ready to come upon us. World War III, you know what I'm saying? We're telling you about these things, you know what I'm saying? You know, a lot of people right now, you know what I'm saying, great fears falling upon them because they seeing that a lot of what? Uncertainty, you know what I'm saying? You know, we're, you know, right now, it's what? Spiritual wickedness in high places working overtime, you know, also spiritual warfare. And right now, you know, this is the struggle in Rebecca's womb, you know what I'm saying? And one thing about it, you know what I'm saying? Hey, Esau is the end of this earth age, this temporal world right now, this wicked kingdom. And Jacob is the beginning of it that's fall. So we seeing that transition of power is taking place right before our eyes. Things are getting ready to escalate. Things are getting ready to pick up. We're at the beginning of sorrow. We seeing it right before our eyes. Verse 19 said, behold, famine, plagues, tribulation, and anguish are sent as scourges for a minute. That's what we're seeing. You know what I'm saying? All these different famines it's getting ready to come in the land. You know what I'm saying? Also, famine of the world is coming. There's already rumors all over the place. Could be food shortage. You know, we already know what's going on in Cuba, what's going on in Australia, what's going on in Belgium, and also in China. You know what I'm saying? These are precursors what is getting ready to come to America. We warning you about this this Taiwan and China. You know what I'm saying? We sound like a broken record, but these are the times that we're living in. And also they have not came up with agreement with this WHO and also the WEF. All that's going to work hand in hand. You know, he had power to give life to the image of the beast. And one thing about it, we already know that this is coming. You know what I'm saying? And one thing about it, you know, it's getting ready to be a global event that we have never seen before. So we seeing right now that these plagues, these tribulation, you know, anguish is sent for scourging for a minute. It's time to mend your way. You know, it's time to seek the Lord while he can be found. You know, get your house in order. Let go of the mortal thoughts. And one thing about it, gird up your loins. Because one thing about it, it's getting ready to get very, very bad. Great tribulation is very near. And also persecution of the saint is fast approaching also. Verse 20 said, but for all these things, they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourge. A lot of people are not mindful right now. They going on with their daily lives, not considering, not even knowing the signs of the time, not even being circumspect. One thing about it is in la la land, la 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 la. And one thing about it, all hell is getting ready to break loose. Verse 21 said, behold, victuals shall be good and cheap upon the earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case, and even then shall evil grow upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. So that's what we're seeing right now. That sword also goes into judgment, great death, famine, food shortage, rolling blackout, cyber attack. A lot of things are coming in great confusion, order out of chaos. One thing about it, they bring forth the chaos to bring forth the solution, which in fact is this new world order, civil unrest, civil war, sedition among men, insurrection, all hell is getting ready to break loose. And we are constantly warning you, left and right, these current events are constantly taking place, each and every day. And one thing about it, we're getting closer and closer, to our salvation. We cannot wait. The Lord already told us that this is not your rest. And one thing about it, that, hey, man, come out of her, spiritually. And one thing about it, and hoping that we'll be a part of the hope elect and be on that chariot when the Lord return with great glory and great power. Verse 22, it said, for many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. So one thing about it, the Lord is getting ready to bring forth massive judgment very soon. We seeing what the spirit of vision is constantly working overtime. People are dropping the unalive left and right. We seeing it happen. Constantly telling you rumors of war, rumors of another pandemic or another lockdown. So it's all in the air. The stage is set. All things are ready. So let's go here and we'll close out here. Let's go here to Jeremiah chapter. Just a very quick. Let's do the spirit. Didn't really have nothing lining up. Just rolling in the spirit. Let's go here to Jeremiah. We'll close out here. Jeremiah chapter 28, and we'll start at verse. Let's start at verse 8. Jeremiah chapter 28 and verse 8 said, the prophet that had been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evils and of pestilence. So that's what's right now, so we know that the spirit of the prophet is subject to the prophet. And one thing about it, if you prophesied in Bible time, in ancient time, you're prophesying right now. Everyone is standing in their light. That's what we constantly warn you of. A great time of trouble, Jacob's trouble, the hour of temptation, the MOTB. Also, we telling you about war is upon us. The civil war. It's here. Also, this war, the last and final war, the wars of all war. The battle of Armageddon. Ezekiel chapter 30, all these things, and pestilence, they keep telling you about what this bird flu, it's constantly, things are constantly picking up. We seeing that we're here. We're very excited. If you love it here, you'll get ready to die here. So, and that evil going into Jacob's trouble, that time that we have never seen before. So these things are constantly lining up left and right. We already know that they already saying that they have these sleepers there. And also say that Biden is getting ready to deploy these UN troops throughout America. So, hey, man, these things we're constantly warning you about them left, right. We've been repetition, whether you will hear or whether you will forbear. Verse 9 said, the prophet which prophesied of peace, when the word of the prophet shall come to pass, then shall the prophet be known that the Lord had truly sent him. So one thing about it, we're seeing that these prophecies are coming full tuition. They coming true. The Lord's word is faithful and true. His word will not return to him void. And also when you go to Ezekiel chapter 33 and verse 33, in that day they shall know that a prophet was among them. And right now, a lot of people beginning to see that these things are coming to pass. They beginning to see that this the grain of rice is lining up just like clockwork. You would not be able to buy or sell. We coming upon some perilous time, some evil times. And one thing about it, and the only way that you will escape if you're part of the elect, and also, if the Lord is dealing with you. And one thing about it, the Lord is getting ready to return. Our salvation is at the door, even though we seeing that these things are constantly picking up. But one thing about it, we already knowing that the Lord is getting ready to turn everything right back into good. The Lord's getting ready to set up that kingdom of heaven that dwells in righteousness. That's how we constantly telling you all these events and all these different things that happen around the world. The Lord said, keep not silent. Warn them for me. And one thing about it, the Lord is getting ready to execute judgment in the land. And also we knowing once again that our salvation is at the door. So the title of the day lesson, once again, is current events. So I like to give all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rekah Kwadash. I like to say, Shalom, Shalom.